I am Isabella the First of Castile, the queen who forged Spain. To serve God and my kingdom, I shall not waver. I am Isabella the First of Castile, the queen who united Spain, the patron of Columbus, and the woman who reshaped the destiny of a nation. My reign was marked by war, diplomacy, and an unshakable faith in my vision for a unified, Catholic Spain. I was not merely a queen, I was a ruler who fought for the future of my people. This is my story. I was born on April 22nd, 1451, in Madrigal de los Altos Torres, Castile, to King John II of Castile and Queen Isabella of Portugal. My early years were ones of uncertainty, for I was not raised as a future queen. My half-brother, Henry IV, sat upon the throne, and his weak rule threw Castile into chaos. The nobles warred among themselves, corruption spread, and the crown lost its power. When my father died in 1454, my half-brother ascended the throne. I was sent to live in the modest town of Arevalo with my mother, who fell into madness after my father's passing. Though our life was simple, I was not idle. I devoured books on history, law, and religion, and I learned the art of diplomacy by watching the courtiers and clergy who visited us. The lessons I learned in those years would serve me well when my time came. In 1461, Henry IV's only daughter, Joanna, was born, but rumors spread that she was not his child, casting doubt on her legitimacy. The kingdom fell into turmoil as nobles debated whether I or Joanna should be the rightful heir. I was thrust into the center of this conflict, but I chose my path carefully, remaining patient yet resolute. I knew my time would come, and when it did, I had to be prepared to lead. At the age of 18, I made the most important decision of my life. I married Ferdinand of Aragon. We wed in 1469, defying my half-brother's wishes, for he had sought to control my destiny through marriage. But I knew that with Ferdinand by my side, Castile and Aragon could be united, forging a new, stronger kingdom. When Henry IV died in 1474, I claimed the throne of Castile. My path was not uncontested. Supporters of Joanna, backed by Portugal, challenged my rule. A brutal civil war followed, and I was forced to defend my crown through strength and strategy. I negotiated alliances, secured military support, and personally led efforts to sustain my kingdom. Finally, in 1479, we emerged victorious. With Castile secure and Ferdinand inheriting the throne of Aragon that same year, Spain was on the brink of unification. Ferdinand and I ruled as equals, working tirelessly to bring order to Castile and Aragon. We reigned in the nobility, strengthened royal authority, and reformed the economy. But our greatest ambition was to complete the Reconquista, the centuries-long struggle to reclaim Spain from Muslim rule. For 10 years, we waged war against the last Islamic stronghold in Spain, the Emirate of Granada. The siege was long and costly, but on January 2nd, 1492, the city surrendered. The Reconquista was complete. Spain was now a Christian kingdom, united under one crown, one faith, and one vision. It was one of my proudest moments, for it signaled the dawn of a new era. While war raged in Granada, another opportunity arose, one that would change history. A Genoese navigator, Christopher Columbus, came to my court, seeking support for a voyage across the Atlantic. Many dismissed him, but I saw potential in his dream. If he was right, Spain could control a direct route to the riches of Asia. On August 3, 1492, Columbus set sail with my blessing. When he returned in 1493, bringing news of a new world, I knew we had entered a new era. Spain would become the greatest empire on earth, and I had set the course for that destiny. I funded subsequent voyages, ensuring that Spain's dominion stretched beyond its borders, securing our place in history as pioneers of exploration. Faith was the foundation of my rule, and I sought to purify Spain from internal threats. In 1478, I and Ferdinand established the Spanish Inquisition, a tool to ensure religious unity. We targeted heretics, those who secretly opposed Christianity, believing that a strong nation needed a strong, unwavering faith. In 1492, I took the controversial step of expelling the Jews from Spain. I believed that for Spain to be truly united, it had to be purely Catholic. It was a harsh decision, and one that would be debated for centuries, but in my heart, I knew I was acting for the kingdom's future. Though it caused suffering, I was convinced that a unified Christian Spain was the only way to strengthen and stabilize my kingdom. In 1504, illness took hold of me. I had spent my life fighting for Spain, and now my body had grown weak. Before I died, I made sure my daughter, Joanna, would inherit my throne, though fate would take her down a different path. On November 26, 1504, I left this world, but my legacy endured. I had transformed Spain into a powerful, unified kingdom, set it on a path to global empire, and left behind a vision that would define the nation for centuries. I was Isabella I of Castile, the queen who forged Spain from chaos, the ruler who supported Columbus, and the woman who shaped the destiny of a continent. My kingdom was my duty, my faith was my guide, and my name shall never be forgotten.